My name is Nathan Samnott, and right now I'm the chef de cuisine at the Chase Park Plaza in St. Louis, Missouri. I was first hired at the Chase about 5 years ago. So I left the Chase in October of 16 and went to Antarctica. I guess I wanted to go to Antarctica for a sense of adventure. I needed something different. You know, I've been at the Chase for 5 years and needed to get out, branch out, and experience new things. And Antarctica kind of fell into my lap. Flew commercially from St. Louis to LA, LA to Christchurch, and then C-130 transport plane from Christchurch to McMurdo. I was in McMurdo for about 4 months. The sole purpose for anyone being in Antarctica is either scientific research or to support the science community. Anything from electricians to plumbers to guys that run the power plant, and obviously the cooks to feed everybody. So the population fluctuates quite a bit at McMurdo, anywhere from 700 to 1,000 people, 4 meals a day. In Antarctica, you are making do with what you've got. You don't have the ability to call your purveyor and get a couple cases of strawberries out the next day. You know, you may have a menu planned out that you may not have all the ingredients for, and working with everything that's been frozen. Christmas and Thanksgiving, even New Year's, are big deals just because everybody's away from home and you want to make it something special. So they decorate the dining hall, the galley is what we called it, with, you know, cut up snowflakes and origami shapes. And Christmas, we put Christmas trees up and lights and make it a big deal. But we're having steak and lobster, and we're having huge displays of food. So New Year's Eve is a big festival at McMurdo. It's called Ice Stock, where everybody gets together and everybody that plays musical instruments gets together and they form different bands. And it's an all day long music festival. We set up a grill and grill hot dogs and hamburgers and play music for 8 hours. So on Christmas Eve, me and the kitchen crew decided we wanted to go take a picture in our Christmas hats out at the McMurdo sign to mark, you know, Christmas Eve and being together and mark the occasion of being, you know, working Christmas Eve in Antarctica. So we got out to the sign and we're trying to get the cameras going and we're all screaming because we're so cold. We're, hurry up, take the picture, and it's just blowing sideways on us. It's so cold and it cuts through anything that you're wearing. But yeah, there's 6 of us out there just screaming, hurry up, take the picture. We're trying to smile through our frozen faces, and yeah, that was fun. The temperatures there varied a lot. You know, some of the expeditions you go out, and once you get out of town, out on the sea ice, the wind's whipping a lot harder and it's blowing crazy. So with wind chill, you're talking like -40. But in town, end of January, beginning of February, it got up to 38, 39, 40 degrees. Comfortable for Antarctic standards. So one of the expeditions I went on was a snowmobile trip to the base of Mount Erebus. It's called Room with a View, and they take you to pretty close to the base of Mount Erebus. Mount Erebus is the southernmost active volcano in the world. So took a snowmobile trip out there. It's about a 4-hour trip, hour and a half snowmobile ride, open air Antarctica, and got to a point and took pictures and drove the snowmobile back. There's an extensive hiking trail system in the McMurdo area. It's called the Ross Island Trail System, and it's composed of 6 or 7 trails varying in distance from Ob Hill, which is a 950-foot climb up with spectacular views, and then there's the Castle Rock Loop, which is about a 10-mile loop. So early in the season, there's what's called observation tube, which is a tube they literally insert into the sea ice, and you go down in it. It's about 20 feet down, and it's all glass all around you, and you get to see what underneath the ice looks like. The first time I went down there, you could hear seals using their sonar, kind of hear the pinging as they're swimming around. And then soon enough, out of nowhere, he just swam right underneath me, circled around me as I was sitting in there, and then swam off again. It's really cool. The experience has changed me in that I think you appreciate things so much more. You know, just when I came home and the second or third day I was home, I woke up to birds chirping, which you don't wake up to or hear when you're down there. But waking up to things like rainfall, you don't experience down there, things you miss after not experiencing those things. Things like being able to call my produce purveyor and have fresh chives the next day, or fresh thyme and strawberries and all these fresh fruits and vegetables I can just call and get the next day that you just don't experience down there. It just makes you appreciate everything so much more. And things that aren't frozen. Whether I go back or not is still to be determined.
Would you like to?
I like McMurdo. I would like to go back.